cracking adventure. Today we're going to go and visit with Mr. Fred Brophy and Sandy, his partner, who have toured the country with their boxing tent.
Did you know that he runs one of the last boxing troops in Australia?
I didn't know that.
We first met Fred at the Mount Isa Rodeo in 2010. One of his blokes approached us to have a fight in the tent that evening. We said, gosh, no, we're clowns, but we could do an act for you. Fred loved the idea, so Butte and I did a crazy acrobatic comedy fight in the ring off the cuff. We were scared, but we've been mates with Fred and Sandy ever since. You see, there's a treasured kinship between the Outback show people. Fred grew up in a family of whip crackers. Let's start there.
Some brothers in the circus, they're pretty good performers. I'm the only bloke with a boxing tent.
His brothers are down.
Brother, you brother circus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know all my brothers, and that's Gary, he can crack the longest whip. 380 foot long it was, I think he broke the record.
You know that his other brother also was in the Guinness Book of Records for walking mobile tightrope for the longest time or something in the world as well. That was Ashley.
Mr. Brophy, if there was
Fred.
Fred, were there any female clowns back in the day that the Crackup sisters could take any inspiration from?
No, I don't think there was there? Oh, no, not really.
I don't remember.
When you think about that, no, not really. I don't think I really seen any good
Well, you
female.
would have seen, the whole circuit. Shows, the free.
Yeah, I think in the circus no, there was never been, that's not a...
I can't think of any, but you know more than
and
me.
we knew a lot of clowns. When you think about it now, there wasn't really.
Must have been a manly job.
Yeah.
Getting all dressed up.
But women's liberation now,
Being
youth girls
silly.
have moved in, that's it. Usually the only clowns that I know. Yeah.
So that makes you really more special than probably you're meant to be. You're probably meant to just be good entertainers, but let's be real.
Most entertainers make their living from the cities and the towns. There's only a few that poke their nose into the outback. Why do you think that is, Fred?
Like it's just
Not for everybody, is it?
It's a hard road. It's a hard road.
They're a little bit more precious, whereas if you've been out in the outback, not a lot tends to worry you, like the flies, the storms, getting bogged in, getting bogged out, getting things broken in half and on the side of the road. You just go along with all of that.
There's no one moving around doing entertainment in the outback.
That's
Consistently. That's why the people on the outback at Birdsville and that and Badoorie and Windora, and they see, oh, okay, good on you, mate, that's good. But when you keep coming back after about 10 years, say, you guys do, you are entertainers out here, and then they respect that. And then that's when you kick the goal, when they respect you.
Yeah, but tell us the story of how come you ended up going to Birdsville.
Well, we used to go to Boulia and
That's my story.
Boulia and Badoorie and that, and then David Brook come and seen us and said at Mount Isa or somewhere, I forget where it was, and said, bring your boxing tent out to Birdsville, David Brook. And I said, well, that's a good idea, but that's a long way out there and it's not a real good road, and I've got not real good vehicles. They only had Holden cars, didn't we? Holden cars and
I had a
trailers.
lovely Holden.
You had a
Kids in
Holden
the back,
car.
dogs in the back, no seat belts, towing an old merry-go-round.
And we had a nice big family, and it was like a big family. So David Brooks said, if you come out there, if you break down, I said, well, I'm going to break down because it's a pretty rough road.
He always broke down.
And we had tyres, second-hand tyres, we never had new tyres.
Yep.
And they said, if you break down, we'll make sure we'll get you to Birdsville. I said, well, that's a good one. And when you get there, we'll give you some steak, we'll give you some meat. And that's good, because what do we used to live on? Sausages.
Sausages and potatoes.
I said, well, that's pretty good. Well, the boys will fight good then. And he said, yeah, no, we'll make sure we give you meat every time, when you get out there. And if you break down, we'll get you out. We used to break down. I blew the motor up, going in. He'd put another motor in one day. And he'd fix the axles and give me tyres and not charge me. And at Badoorie, they did the same thing.
Leftovers, anything that was left over in the paddock or leftover tyres, anything, they'd whack them on.
And then
off we'd go again.
Whatever you do in life, you got to be passionate about it. And Outback performers are obviously passionate about the people, the lifestyle, and the places. You got to keep going and also be really passionate about keeping your logistics together. It's funny when you ask people to sum up their career and give you something to put into the museum. You never really know what it is for them that sums it up.
You've got to come over here. We've got this awesome door for you to put in the museum. You see this over here? This is off Freddie's truck. Wow. Beautiful bit of memorabilia. A little bit fancy, but it should go good in your place.
What do you think, Stu?
I think it's really beautiful.
A lot of stuff went down in that truck.
It opened a lot of doors.
It certainly did, yeah.
Do you need a tissue?
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, it is very emotional that you trust us with it.
But it belongs in the Outback, and that's what it's all about. It belongs in the Outback.
Oh, Rowdy, isn't it lovely that Fred and Sandy gave us a truck door?
Yeah, but we've still got to go out to Birdsville for the rest of the truck.
Heck yeah, we do.